Dallas City Council found its hands tied with a significant discrepancy from the November 5th election. The county elections administrator explained how thousands of voters cast ballots that did not match their precincts. That means some voters who live outside of city limits likely impacted the results of 3 controversial charter amendments. The most prominent one, Prop U, passed by a very narrow margin. It was overwhelmingly opposed by the council for setting police hiring requirements the council members believe could devastate the city budget. But today the council found itself restricted from even asking about the ballot issues. Fox 4's Lori Brown live in Dallas with more. Lori.
Clarice, Proposition U, which requires the city of Dallas to hire 900 more police officers, won by 3,204 votes. But the number of ballots given to voters in error is greater than that at 3,960.
Per the conversation I had with the elections administrator, there's no cure for for this issue.
As the Dallas City Council prepared to certify the results of the November 5th election and the narrow victory for supporters of Props S and U, some council members were frustrated by unanswered questions about ballot discrepancies. Some voters inside the city of Dallas did not get ballots that included the charter amendments, and some outside the city limits did get those ballots.
So someone has voted on City of Dallas propositions for or against who does not live in the city of Dallas, and then we're going to be expected to pay the bill for this.
The issue surfaced during early voting. Dallas County Elections Administrator Hyder Garcia explained that it was based on how many people from a precinct were checked in at the voting centers versus how many ballots from each precinct were cast. The discrepancies big.
What we've been able to quantify is about 3,960, I believe is the number, that people that are all over Dallas County that in one way or another got a ballot that was not the ballot for their precinct. And we cannot trace individual ballots. We cannot tell you, hey, this is this person's ballot.
Does the council have the legal authority to decline to acknowledge the election on a proposition where the margin of that vote was less than 3,960 votes?
Your ministerial duty is to accept the canvassing today.
Even though we have evidence that the count may not be accurate?
Yes.
Meaning council could only authorize the results without permission to ask Garcia more questions about the discrepancies. Garcia clarifying.
There is no issue with counting the ballots. I understand what we're saying.
So while the count is accurate, some council members pointed out
3,900 ballots that we just don't know exactly what elections people voted in, what they didn't, how they would have voted.
3,960 was the number, and if you look at the spread on that is 3,204. So if it could potentially impact the outcome, is that a factor now? I guess I don't know if that's a city attorney question or not.
I don't think that's a question that we are being asked to answer today.
But there will be a place for questions later.
I will call a special meeting and ask you to attend. We'll work on a date that's convenient for you so that our committee could ask these questions on the record and just make sure that the public understands what happened and why and what those implications are.
While the city of Dallas is greatly impacted by Proposition U, the city cannot challenge the results of the election. That is reserved for a group of 25 or more Dallas voters acting as a group or a campaign treasurer.